Run down to 54 seconds. That was a second. For two disastrous possessions with turnovers. This time, though, 3rd and 1. They trust Ben to throw it on 3rd and 1. Antonio Brown, why not? Two best players on your offense that are actually with your football team right now. And that is a first down. And then the Browns are going to start watching the clock here. About 3 minutes remaining in Cleveland. As a lot of teams now, the teams with the lead have the football at this moment. At least the teams in the one-possession games. The Jags have the football, up by 5. The Vikings have the football, up by 8. Steelers have the football, up by 7. The Patriots have the football, up by 7. All right, every touchdown from every game, including this one that the Saints just got, back down into the red zone, and it's the offensive rookie of the year last year, 3 touchdowns on the day. I'm not saying it's over because we've seen Drew Brees do some amazing things, but still a 10-point lead for the Buccaneers with 3.5 left. Yeah, penalty was declined there, so the Saints touchdown stands. We told you the Jags are punting away to the Giants. Take a look. Punt it in the sky, right? No timeouts for the Giants. You muff the punt, and that loses the game. That loses the game. A muffed punt loses the game for the New York Giants, and the Jags go on the road to get a victory in Week 1, 20-15. Conversions last year, they already converted once today. They need 2 to get within 8. The blitz on Brees throws, and it's a slam dunk. Ted Ginn hangs on. Make that Michael again with the catch. And it's now an 8-point difference.
What a throw by Drew Brees from the pocket. I mean, flat-footed. It looks like everything's collapsing around him and just sits.
Pittsburgh had another 3rd and 9 with 3 minutes remaining, and the Browns have used 2 of their 3 timeouts. This time, they get to Ben. Ben, what are we doing with the football there, man? I know you kind of tossed it back, but we've been careless with it the last couple of times. Woo! Pittsburgh taking a chance. Cleveland will get the football back. This could ice the game for the Patriots. Off left side, Rex Burkhead tackled. The Texans defense did what it had to do. Deshaun Watson's going to get the football back with a minute left. Let's go back. Okay, so Cleveland has the football. We have less amount of time remaining in the Patriots-Texans game. So we've got to get to the Patriots and Texans in just a moment. Patriots will be punting it with about 50 seconds remaining. In the meantime, 1 play before the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. Yep.
Tyrod Taylor going to go down the far sideline. It is tough. Rashard Higgins. And we have a Brown limping off the field as you take a look at Higgins. That Cleveland Brown is Duke Johnson.
Well, Higgins is matched up on Sutton on that right sideline, and Sutton almost stops on it. He thinks that he's not going to throw the ball that way because of the collision that was going on, the bump and run that was going on. Tyrod Taylor recognizes that the Steelers bring blitz on the inside. He's got man-to-man on the outside. He lays it up that sideline, and now the Browns are in position inside the 20.
38-yard pickup on the play. Carlos Hyde in the backfield. Taylor looking for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Josh Gordon.
Great placement by Tyrod Taylor, putting it to the outside. I wasn't sure Gordon was going to be able to come up with this thing, but not only did he catch it, but gets his feet down.
Yeah, I mean, they saw that Joe Hayden was out of the game, and they got Cameron Sutton twice, the young corner. They went after him, and that's what you got to find. You got to find the mismatch at the critical time in the game. Great job by the Browns finding that mismatch.
Well, and Melanie told us a couple minutes ago the reason Hayden's out of the game is because of tweaked hamstring. So that's the reason why we're seeing Sutton in the game. There's 1 foot, 2 foot, ball secure. That's going to stay a touchdown.
Look at where the Patriots punted the ball to. So Deshaun Watson has to go 99 yards in 43 seconds. That won't get it done there. No timeouts remaining for Houston. Okay, crucial extra point coming for the Browns here in just a moment. And I'll get an update on the Niners and Vikings in just a moment. Jimmy Garoppolo and the Niners offense back on the field with a chance to tie the game.
And it is perfect, right down the middle.
All windows right here and right here on the outside by the numbers.
Watson now launches down the field. Jump ball. Incomplete. Got knocked out. He might have hit that. Oh! By Harmon. Hopkins had the catch. Second Patriot coming in. Jarred the ball loose.
So that should be 15 yards then. So it's not going to be a spot ball.
Yeah, it's not going to be a 40-yard pickup like this would have been with a catch. And watch.
That's 100%.
Personal foul.
Yes.
Unnecessary roughness, defense number 21, with a hit on a defenseless player. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from where the ball was snapped, and an automatic first down.
All of that.
So you just saw the Browns tie the game up. You're seeing the Texans with a last gasp opportunity. Jimmy Garoppolo needs a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Oh, he throws into traffic, and one of the best in the biz, Harrison Smith, all-pro safety, picks him off, and that should seal the game. Niners have one timeout remaining. They have just used that. So, yeah, it's a kneel-down situation right now for the Minnesota Vikings, up by 8. Last chance for Deshaun Watson.
Looking that way. No, it's middle of the field. Makes a catch. No, dropped it complete. Which had he caught it, it would have been down to maybe by the time you reset, just one or two snaps anyway in the middle of the field by the time you would have been able to get it off.
Well, you see these seams up the middle, just inside those numbers. That's where you got to throw the ball against this. It's a soft zone. And they're not really wanting you to throw it to the sideline, so they give up those spots. Same thing. This time just throw it a hair sooner. Let them get that ball. Get tackled around the 40. Right up these seams or him coming in. Either way, it's the same spot.
Sideline and out of bounds. Hopkins. Some nifty footwork, but he's only out to the 30 with 14 seconds to go. At this point, you're just hoping to do something that gives you one chance to throw it in the end zone.
Same play.
Yeah.
Get up here and run the same play.
That went for 14.
If you're New England, don't let them out of bounds here. This one's about keeping them in bounds.
Keep him in bounds, the game is over.
A lot of room up top on an out route.
Watson's going to run. He better get out of bounds, and he does. 5 seconds to go.
Okay, you got your shot.
Now we're going to find out how far he can throw it. By the way, it is into a little bit of a breeze.
You're going to see how far Deshaun Watson can throw a football. Every touchdown from every game, Ravens plow it in. That was Kenneth Dixon on a 2-yard run. Ravens roll over the Bills. All right, they put Rob Gronkowski back on defense all the way down around the goal line. Gronk is in. Is there any way Deshaun Watson can throw this ball when it's going to have to be about 65 yards from back in the pocket?
Peel around and take the quarterback somewhere. He's pretending there, and then he peels when the quarterback moves left or right. You see which way the quarterback goes?
And
then he runs and tries to get him.
Here you go. It's going to be short of the end zone, and it's knocked down, and the game is over. New England's going to take it. 27-20. That was Jason McCourty who knocked it down to end it. And look at Watson.
Watson flexing the ankle afterwards. Good battle in the fourth quarter, but the Patriots had the lead almost the entire way. Well, the late games have just kicked off. The first one, this is the first touch of the season for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's gone. And it's Tyreek Hill, 91 yards on the opening 2 minutes of the game. They force the Chargers 3 and out. Tyreek takes the punt return, 91 to the house. This is a road game for the Chiefs. They traveled well from Arrowhead. A 50-plus yard touchdown. That's all he does, Hill. 12th career 50-plus yard touchdown for Tyreek Hill, and a 7-0 lead for the Chiefs in that divisional game. How about Ryan Fitzpatrick? This might be the best game of his NFL career. This might be the best game of Ryan Fitzpatrick's NFL career with that beard hanging out of the chin strap. He scrambles for a first down. He's accounted for touchdowns, and he just got a key first down that's going to help the Bucs wind the clock down. A first down here will ice the game for the Steelers.
Quick pass to this side, and it is down Antonio Brown. And once again, the play made by the rookie Denzel Ward, who has played a heck of a game in his NFL debut.
Well, it's been pretty remarkable what Denzel Ward's been able to do. Not only the
Clearly a tie game here. It was not going to ice the game, but they needed a first down to keep working it down the field, trying to avoid overtime or avoid giving it back to the Browns. But can you believe the Cleveland Browns, who have lost 13 straight season openers, are going to have a chance in a 2-minute drill to get a score and beat their heated rival Pittsburgh Steelers at home?
You have no timeouts. You're in a fast-paced offense now. You cannot have penalties.
We have had a ton of penalties today. With the fair catch made at about the 28-yard line. We were talking about the last time Cleveland came off the field with a win. Week 16 of 2016 against the San Diego Chargers under 4 minutes to play. They blocked the Josh Lambo field goal attempt. He later missed a game-tying attempt at the end of regulation, and Cleveland held on to win it by a score of 20-17.
Big challenge here for these two tacklers to hold up. Steelers have got great pressure, really out whole front four, but they've got to hold up now and get this ball out quick, get something started, right, Trent?
They do, and Bud Dupree's had great success coming off the edge, and right now it looks like T.J. Watt's in the middle of the field as opposed to coming off the edge.
Pete Johnson for a couple. You saw there that the Browns have lost 17 straight games. They have lost 13 consecutive openers.
I think you need to continue to be aggressive here. Why try and stretch this game into overtime? Try and go and win the thing right here at the end of regulation.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's a very conservative start to this drive.
Taylor looking and throws it away. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Right there, I'm not a big fan of scrambling in the team.
We don't know what that first play call was either. You have no timeouts. They just burned 20 seconds off the clock. Well, good news in Miami. The Lightning has moved through. Dolphins and Titans are back on the field. Now, it's gone to the quote-unquote half. But since they had a 2-hour lightning delay, they're not going to take a halftime. They're just going to go to their sidelines for a few minutes and then kick off the 3rd quarter. So it's not a true halftime in Miami. We'll bring you every touchdown from that game, and we'll get you to the Chargers-Chiefs game once we get a conclusion of the Browns and Steelers.
Good protection. Taylor on the run, throws, and it's complete for a first down. To the 43-yard line, the catch is made by Jarvis Landry.
Well, the Steelers decide to make that decision there to rush 3, drop 8 into coverage. That gave Tyrod Taylor time, and Jarvis Landry was able to find a crease in that zone and pick up the first down.
Taylor running across midfield. That's complete. Once again, Jarvis Landry. Clock continues to move. 28, 27, 26 seconds.
Only rush 3 again, dropping 8. That time they spike it. One side of the field back to first down. The other side of the field keep it at second down. The officials got to get this cleared up.
I'm not sure the Steelers didn't have too many men on the field.
Now,
Great running out. The linemen were getting tired. I think they got caught with 12 men on the field.
The Chargers worked it down the field, and Caleb Sturgis had a crack from 45 yards in the Charger-Chief game, and that's good. So both teams in the only late afternoon game that's a divisional matchup have points on the board. And 3 more games kicking off in about 6 minutes on the National Football League late afternoon window.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Good call by the officials.
They had moved. The Steelers were trying to substitute defensive linemen, and you cannot do that when the clock's running.
Zane Gonzalez, the kicker, only 15 made field goals last season, but his longest was 54.
Well, here, Coach, if you utilize the middle of the field with 23 seconds left, if you utilize the middle of the field, you have time to get up there and spike the ball and have time to kick the field goal. So you don't have to stick just to the boundary. If you throw in the middle of the field, though, you better get enough yards for that field goal.
That's the key. You got to get at least 15 yards right here if you throw it in the middle.
Cleveland is out of timeout. Taylor gonna throw deep down the far sideline. It is Cameron Sutton with the interception.
Well, he tried going to Gordon, getting the jump ball down the sideline.
Just didn't get it out there far enough. And Sutton, who got picked on, came up with a big play. Good for him. That's the way to answer the bell.
When we talk about Tyrod Taylor taking a one-on-one, getting that matchup. Look, Gordon had a step on him, just underthrown. Great play by Sutton there, securing it. Gordon did everything he could to try and reach over the top of him and knock it loose.
Cameron Sutton gave up the game-tying touchdown to Josh Gordon.
What are you a fan of here, Coach? Do you go ahead and take the knee and get it to overtime, or you run a draw or a screen, see if you can't get a big chunk?
That or try to hit a seam with a timeout. You try to Hail Mary, but I think right here, as far as with the weather.
With the weather, yeah.
With the weather,
knee
kneel
and it's
down.
overtime.
Kneel down, let's go overtime.
And that's what we're going to do. Talk about opening the season in style.
How about it? Under 8 minutes to go. This was a 14-point game. It's 21-7 Pittsburgh. Now all of a sudden, heading to overtime.
We knew we were in for some fantastic finishes. Maybe some people predicted the Browns could take the Steelers to the wire, but think about Cleveland. 624 days since their last NFL victory. 4 years since they've beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're going to overtime in Cleveland. You'll see it right here on NFL Red Zone. We got a player or two on this game. Let's actually go to the Kansas City game, guys. Patrick Mahomes taking over the Kansas City Chiefs. Here is a team that was a playoff team last year, a division winner, and they let their what had been franchise quarterback Alex Smith leave. Patrick Mahomes, no NFL starts were prior to the end of last year when he played, but he has no NFL touchdown passes. They love this kid in practice. Let's see what he can do in a game.
He was a rookie. And Hunt gets the carry. Up the middle for 4. Chiefs were 10-6 last year, of course, lost to Tennessee in that stunner. The come-from-behind victory in the playoffs, wild card round for the Titans. Cameron Irving is getting the start at left guard. There were some question marks. Would be Andrew Wiley, first-year undrafted free agent, or Irving, the former Brown. Of course, Travis Kelce, one of the more gifted tight ends in the NFL. 3-time Pro Bowler. Sammy Watkins, a new face. Watkins extending short for the first down after the catch ran. So he changes teams, but he's still here in L.A. for week 1. Casey Hayward, the tackle.
Yeah, and in talking to Eric Bieniemy, their new offensive coordinator, part of the game of Sammy Watkins. He calls it
The 4th overall pick in 2014 of the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 2 for Kansas City. They've got a 7-3 lead thanks to a 91-yard punt return touchdown by Tyreek Hill. Mahomes out of the pocket. Mahomes, the spin move got him there. Looked like he was under the impression he was going to have to absorb a hit, but still had a little bit of space for the first down.
Well, he knew he just had to get to the 30-yard line because of the touchback rather than the 35-yard line. And when he approached it, that's when he got down with that spin.
You mentioned the combine a couple of years ago. The numbers were so impressive, and his whole persona changed. All of a sudden, he was being talked about as a legit first-round pick. Makes the connection there with Travis Kelce.
The first thing that Mahomes did on that play was catch a errant snap from Mitch Morse. Good catch by Mahomes, kept his cool, and found his big tight end. Good hands.
Former baseball pitcher, that's where everybody thought his future was, just like his dad, Pat Mahomes, spent 11 years pitching in the major leagues. Oh, the swing to Tyreek Hill, and look out, Tyreek
Tyreek Hill, game-breaking speed, touchdown, Kansas City. Why is everybody so high on this Chiefs offense and Mahomes? Because of plays like that. Dad loves it. 58 yards.
Hey, do you have him on your fantasy team? I told you to take him. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, that's 2 for Tyreek Hill.
And the first touchdown pass of Patrick Mahomes' career. Little slant route to the fast guy.
A missed tackle by a die.
That's just it. You could not miss it.
And the extra point from Bucker. So Tyreek with 2 touches has, 140 or something all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. 14-3, Kansas City. We are in overtime in the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game. We're getting a couple more games kicking off. The Seattle-Denver game is just underway, and Washington and Arizona just kicking off. We'll get you to those games in a moment. By the way, the Cowboys-Panthers game. Cowboys-Panthers kickoff has been delayed due to weather. They're saying it's going to be a short delay, maybe 10 minutes, but we also heard that with the Miami Dolphins. So Cowboys-Panthers delayed due to weather.
On 2nd and 8. Taylor on the move. And throwing, and that ball is Jarvis Landry making the catch. Wow, that's a terrific catch by Jarvis Landry.
This guy's amazing what he can do. Twist his body, make this catch, and make this play. And then try to get the first down.
He's running one direction. It's low, and behind him, it's a wet ball, and he's still able to secure. Great catch.
That's the kind of plays that win games.
3rd and 1.
Hey, forward! Hey, check 34! 180!
Play fake. He throws it. Up the seam, incomplete. Sean Davis knocked it down.
Big chance there. A big chance, offensive coordinator, and he had him open. He also had Josh Gordon one-on-one down.
That's
right.
right.
They still loaded up to stop the run, and they took their shot.
Tried hitting it up the crease there. Sean Davis coming over and able to knock it away.
Ryan Switzer is deep for the punt. And Switzer with the fair catch made at about the 17-yard line.
Washington and Arizona underway. A lot is new in the backfield for Washington, including the trigger man, Alex Smith. A little quick slant there to Jordan Reed. Penalty flag came in. We think that was for the contact from the Cardinals defender against Reed. He caught the pass as a defenseless receiver, but Smith 1 for 1 in his first pass attempt as a Washington Redskin. We'll get you to the Seattle-Denver game when conditions warrant. Case Keenum and the Broncos on the field first. In fact, let's check it out right now with Pittsburgh and Cleveland in a stoppage. Here comes 3rd and 1.
Devontae Booker is now in at running back. And nowhere to go, and this pass is going to be caught, and it'll be close to another first down by Emmanuel.
Mark, let's go to a triple box here. I think they're going to give him the first down. Yeah, they will. Case Keenum with the fist pump there. So a triple box with 3 of the 4 late afternoon games. Upper left-hand corner, you've seen both of the touchdowns for the Kansas City Chiefs against the Los Angeles Chargers. We accidentally have the Rams logo up there. It's the Chargers. Upper right-hand corner of the screen, the Skins and the Cardinals. And the lower box, you saw the game that we were just on a moment ago, Seattle and Denver. But drama still here in Cleveland, playing out in a divisional matchup.
2nd and 8. Roethlisberger flips it, and on the run, it's Connor. And Connor out of bounds, short of the 40-yard line. That'll be first down.
Great job out there, and just moving. Finally seeing his back cross in the backfield and slip out against that zone defense. Big play to Connor. Excellent job by James catching this football.
Well, Connor was supposed to be in protection. He realized there was no one coming. His responsibility didn't come, and so he leaked out and got to the side. And great job, tremendous job by that offensive line, giving Roethlisberger that amount of time to
to find Connor and pick up the big game. 19-yard pickup. Roethlisberger throwing, going across the field is Antonio Brown. We have penalty markers.
Hold it. Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Alejandro Villanueva. Villanueva the hold.
Yeah, Villanueva trying to block Myles Garrett coming off that edge.
Myles Garrett's been a beast today.
He's put together a heck of a game. The mat's up on the outside. Villanueva just gets that left arm up around the neck and then the right arm just to bring him down.
114 penalty yards against Pittsburgh.
Turnovers and 114-yard penalty. You don't win 8 games in the NFL in a row doing that.
First and 20. Roethlisberger. Incomplete. Intended for Antonio Brown, and Terrence Mitchell was there defensively.
But coach, he had him just like Tyrod Taylor.
All right, put them in their own territory. Cleveland didn't cross the 50 with their first possession. Let's go over to the Skins and Cardinals because getting towards field goal range here for Washington.
First down and 15. Peterson spun down, wrapped up by Josh Bynes, the middle linebacker. Bring up second down and 15. The Arizona Cardinal team a year ago went 8-8. They have 24 new players, 16 new coaches. They're only 3 years removed from playing in an NFC championship game, but so many names and players have changed. That's made by Richardson, his first as a Redskin, coming off his best year in the NFL with the Seahawks a year ago.
All right, Chargers with it back. Got to be a little bit shell-shocked after Tyreek Hill with 2 long touchdowns to put him in a 14-3 hole. How about that football? Austin Eckler catches it from Phillip Rivers and 15-yard penalty on the contact at the end of the play, added onto the catch and run. And that would set up the Chargers. But they're going to have a 4th down. Chargers going to have a decision to make here in just a moment on 4th down. They're right in between field goal and punting range.
Smith is wrapped up, throws it away. Is that a live ball? Are they saying that's a fumble? No, an incompleted pass. Smith able to throw it and get rid of it in time. They just say he was in the grass. That was Dale Buchanan, who came sprinting through the middle of the formation.
That's that double A-gap scheme, Tom. If you watch the Minnesota Vikings, a lot of times you'll see Eric Kendricks and Harrison Smith up there.
Intentional grounding. Number 11 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Loss of down. 4th down.
So it is a grounding penalty, which, for all intents and purposes, gets him out of field goal range.
Well, this is a great call, and you're aggressive defensively. But that double A-gap scheme, when you have 2 linebackers in those A-gaps, it forces the offensive line to make their protection call and go man protection. They were a guy short, which allowed Dale Buchanan to run in there untouched. A lot of teams will do that. It's a copycat league, and certainly Steve Wilkes has introduced that to the Cardinals.
Second-round draft pick Christian Kirk out of Texas A&M. Playing in his first NFL game and another
False start. Number 57. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
That long snapper on a punt. Weird. Okay, the Lightning delayed game. Back and going. And on that play right there, Marcus Mariota hit awkwardly as he handed it off. Flexing the right hand. And that could be an issue there. Throwing hand there. That's Blaine Gabbert, the backup for Tennessee, warming up on the sideline. We'll keep you posted as they're in the 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game, a 2-hour weather delay in South Florida. Ryan Tannehill has the football live.
Tannehill checking off. A.J. Derby is the tight end, lined up in the slot. Here's Drake. It's a couple of yards. Brown got a piece of him and
slow him down, and then he's taken down at the 18-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 2. Kenyon Drake splitting the running duties.
Chargers going to try a long field goal, 54 yards. No, it's a quick kick. Quick kick. Snap it to the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, and he tries the pooch punt. And pretty successful down to around, the 11-yard line. All right, don't see that play all the time, but Anthony Lynn pulled it off, and we'll keep you posted as the Chiefs offense comes back on the field.
And then Drake, no over there. Good job up front on the Titans. They stuffed it.
Last season, they were a top 5 run defense. You get in short yardage situations. I don't think that's the Dolphins' strong suit.
All right, step away from that game with the Titans in their own territory, the Dolphins, that is, in their own territory. Neither team here has crossed the 50 in overtime. 3rd and long as the rain continues. It's been steady all day with some wind gusts in Cleveland.
4:50 today in overtime. 3rd and 11. Here comes the blitz. That pass is complete. Far side. Duke Johnson cut down before he could grab first down yardage.
Browns are going to have to punt again on replay. It is sudden death overtime at this point. Browns and Steelers have both had a possession. Cowboys and Panthers after a little weather delay. First play from scrimmage of 2018. Not going anywhere.
Jermaine Carter was in there for Carolina, and as you look at this offense, you have a rookie, Troy, at left guard, and you have a vet at center in Joe Looney, but not Travis Frederick. That is one of the biggest injuries, not talked about a lot, but an absence across the NFL right now. We're talking about arguably the best center in football. Joe Looney, he's a solid veteran, but he's not Travis Frederick. 2nd down and 10, play action pass. Caught on the edge, Austin. And the former St. Louis and L.A. Ram, Tavon Austin, with a flag down on the field, gets 9. They might have got a block in the back, and right out of the box, a high snap from Joe Looney.
Block in the back, number 77, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
That's a 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle, Tyron Smith.
Keep it here in Charlotte while we tell you Marcus Mariota has come back into the lineup for the Titans. Good news for the Titans. Marcus Mariota is back.
There's the push in the back against James Bradbury, and what looked like was going to be a nice game for Cowboys, backs them up 2nd and long. Back with their own 14. To Elliott looking for blocks, not there. Kuechly is. And the best linebacker in the game.
Nice job there by the Panthers defense while we show you Marcus Mariota back in the game and back throwing and wants that one back. Floated it over his intended target. Rashad Jones was the deep safety. He does what he should do, pick it off and pick it back up and take it back into Titan territory. Dolphins with a 7-3 lead in the 3rd quarter. Keep you posted.
NFL game. That's a little daunting, and to do it without a guy like Travis Frederick. I mean, he misses Travis Frederick more than anybody. And now a delay of game. This has been a very poor first possession for the Cowboys.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Crowds into it early there in Carolina. Well, David Johnson, a lot of you took him high in your fantasy drafts. Nice little run-off tackle, 10-yard pickup there. Congrats to Johnson, by the way. You may have missed this news late last night. He signed a 3-year, $39 million contract extension, and he is back after the wrist injury cost him all of last season. Remember, he broke his wrist in week 1 last year. Back healthy this year, one of the best running backs in the league.
Because of the time off in the last 2 preseason games. 3rd and 26, and in essence, before the punt, they punt. And hand it off to Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 4 against
Well, we got to get back to the overtime game. Told you we'd get back to it when somebody crossed the 50, and the Steelers have just done that. Browns had a bad punt, and so now trying to work it into range for Chris Boswell to try and get a game-winning field goal attempt.
Roethlisberger pulls it down, then fires again, and over the middle, it's the tight end, Jesse James, and James has a front close to the 30-yard line.
Here's what gave the Steelers good field position. Britton Colquitt, oh man, like a line drive. Shankopotamus punt that goes out of bounds. I don't even know how the officials are going to determine where it went out of bounds. He's guessing, I promise you that. We're on the 40-something yard line. A couple of plays for Mike Tomlin's offense, and now they are into Hugh Jackson and Cleveland Browns territory.
You know, that's when he improvises and
Sneak
makes
the tight end out late and improvise a little dump off. Opening day a year ago here, Jesse James caught 2 touchdown passes in the Week 1 win over the Browns. Connor, straight ahead, inside the 30 to the 28.
You know, good pair of gloves. New pair of gloves, because he's got his gloves back on. I don't think he liked that ball too wet when his hands is wet.
It's just been a steady rain.
Steelers going to milk it down.
Yep, we'll get to the 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play. Overtime.
Seahawks Broncos update. Case Keenum, first quarter of his first game as a Denver Bronco, and oops, there's somebody sitting back there that knows how to do that. Earl Thomas just reported to the Seahawks this week. Had a contract dispute, wanted some more money, wanted to be traded, didn't get either. Reported to the Seahawks, showed up for his brothers, his teammates, as he said on social media, and makes an interception in the first quarter of the first game to give a red zone opportunity for Seattle.
Receiver to the right, fake play action to Carson, and there's a lofted pass to Will Dissly for the touchdown. Known as a blocker primarily, Will Dissly with the touchdown reception to give the Seahawks a lead capitally on the field on that turnover.
Great play design here because you're going to see Will Dissly right here block for about a 3 count. 1,002 sheds, sells that play action, beats them to the corner pylon. Beautiful execution and great design.
How about that? Turnover, touchdown. Seahawks are going to jump out 7-0. Meanwhile, 4th and short here, and Phillip Rivers is staying on the field.
One substitution on the D-line. As Passanio came in, a pass rusher. 4th and 2.
Trying to get him offside with a hard count.
Rivers takes a look over at his sideline.
And Pittsburgh with a 2nd and 7. Bet they'll keep it on the ground. They do. From right here, if they don't gain anything farther, it'd be about a 47-yard field goal in the elements in Cleveland. Yeah, it's not going to be we're going to see the field goal unit come out for Los Angeles here, I would expect. Let's go full to Cleveland.
This is going to be a 48-yard field goal attempt. So you got to start being aggressive. I know you're just handing the ball off, but they had a 7-8 yard cushion on AB at the top of the screen, at the top of the field, and don't be surprised if Ben doesn't just flick one out there and see if one-on-one in the field.
I think the way the game is going today, I don't think he takes that chance.
You think he goes ahead? Because if you do the same thing.
They've had that corner sitting inside, and that safety helping him sometimes to stop the weak side.
You think you can drive on it?
Yeah.
How do you practice bad conditions?
Well, every training camp you have 1 or 2 days where you take footballs and don't come in water.
The bucket drill, right?
Throw it and handle it, and you know, and hopefully you have one practice it rains and there's no lightning.
How about this going empty backfield now? 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9.
This will be a screen.
O'Connor's going to motion into the backfield, isn't he? Nope. Look left, through right, Connor to the 25, just inside the 25 to the 24. And Cleveland calls another time.
And during the stoppage there in the Pittsburgh game, a field goal coming up to win it. Here's a field goal to try and make this a little closer in L.A. And Caleb Sturgis pokes it through just inside the left upright. 14-6, Kansas City.
39 in the field goal department and was 4 of 4 from 50 or more yards. His long was 53. This one, he's going to line up from about 42 yards out. But it's raining.
I don't think it's as much on the kicker as the snapper and the holder in this condition right now. Cameron Kennedy, he's got a little bit of a history of having some bad snaps in critical situations. I hope he gets a good one here.
The holder is Jordan Bear Hunter. Boswell from 42. Missed it.
How about that? 144 to go now. Can the Browns get themselves in position to attempt the kick?
Or do they play conservative and think a tie is a win?
No way. I don't know. I don't care who you are. You want to get that win.
You got to win. You got to play to win.
Snap was a little bit high. Good hold. Got the kick down, or got the hold down by Barry. Just pulled it a little bit left.
So here's Tyrod Taylor in the Cleveland offense at the 32. Taylor over the middle, dropped by Jarvis Landry. 2nd and 10.
Kansas City and Los Angeles. All back after the field goal. Big arm Patrick Mahomes just wings it downfield. Look at Tyreek. Tyreek Hill is having a first quarter of all first quarter. He has a punt return for a touchdown, has a long reception for a touchdown, and then that catch, amazing acrobatic catch, 179 all-purpose yards in the first quarter for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has his guys up 14-6 at the end of the first quarter. What does Cleveland do here? Do they play for the tie? Do they play for the tie and make it feel like a win?
Comes the blitz. Taylor barely got rid of it. Duke Johnson was close. It'll be 3rd and 10.
I tell you, Cleveland had a great play call. They had a screen right through the blitz, and he just didn't have enough time to quite get it to him. That was going to be a big, big play.
Perfectly timed call, and had Duke Johnson been able to get over there, you got to give credit to Tyrod Taylor. He knows he's going to take hit. He's going to take a hit, and he just kept drifting back, waiting for that impact, waiting till the last possible second to dump it off. And now they've got a critical 3rd down. Otherwise, Pittsburgh may get another shot at it.
Cleveland 5-18 on 3rd down today. He's going to step up and throw down the field and complete. Taylor wants a flag.
Browns begging for the call, and the official waves him off. 4th down, Cleveland will have to punt. And remember, Justin Colquitt absolutely shanked his last effort. Cam Newton and the Panthers in the red zone. In fact, I think it's a 1st and goal after that catch and run. Let's go full to Carolina, and we will show you the last plays of the Pittsburgh-Cleveland overtime.
Dallas has it. An early takeaway for the Cowboys. A long fadeaway for Christian McCaffrey. Recovered by Dallas. On a hit by Daniel Ross. Lawrence picked it up.
All right, back to overtime.
Out the screen right into the blitz. I mean, that was just a fraction more, or maybe just a little bit closer throw. That could have easily been a breakout, and got to give them credit for going for it. Now they got to hold tight on defense. They're trying to get a turnover.
Yeah, that's the big thing here. No turnovers, but you still got to get chunk plays. You still got timeout. Minute 17, the whole field's available to you.
That's the critical part. Is the Steelers still possess that one timeout.
Roethlisberger looks to the field. And the rain comes down. Antonio Brown across the 35 to the 38. That's a 1st down. Clock continues to move. Remember, Pittsburgh has a timeout remaining. 1 minute.
Have you noticed that the Browns have kept AB in check most of the day, but in this equal situation, they've been dialing him up quite a bit.
Roethlisberger throwing, and that incomplete.
That was the shot he was looking for. They got the middle foot open, trying to get that match.
They'll stop the clock with the incomplete pass. Adrian Peterson, one of the new members of that Washington backfield, the former Arizona Cardinal for that matter, former New Orleans Saint, former Minnesota Viking great. Looked good in preseason. Not a young man anymore, but looking good there. 13 yards on that pickup. He's got 35 yards rushing here in the first half. Let's double box it in as Washington's definitely into field goal range with a 3rd and short. And, well, Cleveland has no timeouts. Oh, injury timeout. Randall, who has an interception on the day earlier in the day, it's an injury timeout with 48 seconds left. When they run the next play in Cleveland, you'll see it. Timeout here in Washington as well. All right, what do we got here, guys? We've got a Case Keenum to Philip Lindsay. This is one of the rookies who's playing in the game today. They started 3 rookies today, did Denver, and Case Keenum hits Lindsay for a 29-yard touchdown. We are tied up in Denver. Look at the Orange Crush fans. Mile high, 7-7. Patrick Mahomes and the guys, after the Tyreek Hill big acrobatic catch, he goes for another one deep downfield. Look at Mahomes' arm, just slinging it. And Derwin James, the rookie, shows up. The first-round draft pick for the Chargers knocks that one away into the end zone, or into the end zone. And then the next play, this is why they got this guy. You can play him deep. You can play him at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back plays where Derwin James knocks it down on a deep shot and then sacks the quarterback on a safety blitz. Oh, they're going to have fun watching him play for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Roethlisberger from behind. The ball is popped up in the air. The Browns have it. That's Joe Schober. Schober down the sideline. We have a penalty marker down on the far side of the field. That came out after the interception, or the fumble, if that's what it's called.
Well, that penalty is going to be crucial because all of a sudden it affects the distance that this field goal.
Interception, good return, illegal block in the back. Return team, number 95, 3-yard penalty for the sliding foul. Cleveland keeps the ball first out.
I know they called it an interception. It looked to me like it was a fumble that got batted forward.
And there's the push by Myles Garrett, number 95, that drew the penalty.
Said the only thing that Cleveland can do is hit a turnover, and there it is. I mean,
well, it just started to rain even harder. That's a 6th turnover on the day for the Steelers. I think if there wasn't the penalty, that the Browns put their field goal unit on the field right away and kicked the field goal. I think because now it's another 10 yards, I think you try running the ball, getting a couple more yards, or maybe get it to a part of the field that your kicker is more comfortable with.
36 seconds with no timeouts.
You got to spike it.
Run it, spike it, kick it.
And Pittsburgh's going to use its last timeout.
Team, second and final
This game
timeout.
has had a little bit of everything.
What a way to start. All right, Tennessee and Miami. We'll get you back to the drama in overtime in just a second. But Tennessee, Miami, Malcolm Butler, where was he in the Super Bowl? New England Patriots defender, picked up in the offseason by the Tennessee Titans, and he picks this one off. A little, shark fin celebration? What is that? In the end zone there, as Ryan Tannehill and his defender, or the offensive player, fell down on this one. Butler picks it off and takes it back the other way. Dolphins still leading 7-3 in that game. Cleveland, could they do it? Could today be the day?
Carlos Hyde behind Taylor. Hyde back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I mean, they can
Outs here.
They cannot afford it.
Cleveland has no timeouts. They need to watch the clock. It looks like they're content. It looks like they're just going to spike it. By the way, we got the Washington in the double box because they're in the red zone. But hey, big deal. The Cleveland Browns could get their first win in 625 days. They spiked for 13 seconds. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's overtime, so you make it, and it's a walk-off. Here it goes.
The second-year kicker out of Arizona State. If Pittsburgh loses this game, it's their largest blown fourth-quarter lead in a loss.
Well, Boswell just missed the 42-yarder. They could have won it for the Steelers. Now Gonzalez with his 43-yard attempt to win it for the Browns.
Well, T.J. Watt is looking awfully excited.
We've seen a lot of things today, so
Well, this one just fell right in line, didn't it?
If you're the Steelers right now, you got 9 seconds. You got to try to hit a chunk play out of bounds just to be able to throw a Hail Mary. Because I don't think you want to do a razzle-dazzle lateral play in this weather.
yeah, you don't want a bunch of pitches and tosses and everything else to
Send 3 guys down the sidelines and 2 on the backside and try to hit that one in the middle.
Boy, what a roller coaster of emotions for both guys on the sideline today. No timeouts remaining. 9 seconds on the clock. Roethlisberger throwing down the middle, complete. And then Cleveland with its first tie since 1989 against Kansas City. Pittsburgh's first tie since 2002 against Atlanta. 21-21. Pittsburgh and Cleveland will be back to wrap it up.